how would you respond to some of those arguments when they say, everyone was deceived into thinking that was Jesus, or all the records that prove that they were Muslim were lost? What would be your response to to those?
Yes. Well, one would be, like you said. I mean, that means Allah is deceiving the world. So that means if that is true, that means Allah is responsible for leading people astray and believing in Christianity, because He deceived people into thinking Jesus was crucified. So now the blame towards billions of people thinking Jesus was crucified is now because Allah tricked people. So now Allah is responsible for leading people astray. So that starts to cut into the character of God. So that what kind of God would do that? And then also, I mean, there's just no historical documents to stand on with that position. I mean, the evidence is overwhelming. And interestingly, one of the scholars that a lot of Muslims like to use is Bart Ehrman. But Bart Ehrman even admits that that one of the most certain facts of history is that Jesus was crucified. So I mean, it's a claim that just has no ground to stand on. I think it's just a way to try to reconcile this massive discrepancy between what the Quran says and what reality, what historical writings are saying. So there's just that has no leg to stand on. The historical writings are overwhelming. I mean, not only do the early first century recordings in the Bible, not only do those writings record Jesus' crucifixion, but I mean, there's writers like Tacitus and Josephus and Celsus. I mean, for example, in the 2nd century, there was an anti-Christian Greek philosopher, Celsus, who attacked Christianity, and he hated Christianity and thought very low of Christianity. But he never attacked Christianity by saying Jesus wasn't crucified. So if there was any doubt at all whatsoever that Jesus was not crucified, then we would expect to find the skeptics of Christianity in the first few centuries using that against Christians, but they never do, because that was never in dispute. There was no doubt Jesus was crucified. That's why the skeptics never attacked Christianity down that avenue. They never took that route because it was undisputable. There was no doubt. So it's just that claim is just against the facts. It turns Allah into the one responsible for deceiving people. So it damages the character of God, and it also is against history.